Hi, I'm Rhoda Harrington, and I'm here to tell my story about how HIV has affected my life. It hit us like a ton of bricks. Basically, I had several hemophiliacs in my family, and back in the 80s, two of my cousins, one of which is deceased already, and matter of fact, he passed away, I don't know, maybe a year or so into the dilemma. So he went out pretty fast, but however, my other cousin, he's doing fairly well. As a matter of fact, he's doing awesome. But it was very frightening. It was hurtful. It was just beyond, we can't even bring it into words how HIV has affected us. Even though I know they put the best on the outside, they still went through a great ordeal, and with the help of the family and friends and the hemophilia of Georgia, we got past it for the most part. One of my cousins still has some dealing with the grief from it, and I try to get them to come to the hemophilia conferences and stuff like that, to let them know that that the technology and everything has gotten so much better, and it's just offering us a better quality of life, and you have new things that are coming out, and I think he's just kind of still resentful for what happened. And even though we can't take it back, it happened, but what we can do is prevent it from happening again. We already have to deal with enough with this bleeding disorder as it is, and to have that to compound it was just like a slap in the face. My son is a hemophiliac as well, severe, factor 9, and although he didn't have to deal with the HIV part of it, he still had his own different battle to face. He lost his right limb, due to several bleeds in his joint, in his knee, and that was like the hardest thing that any mother could go through. Just them telling me the words of we're going to have to amputate. I couldn't even bring it to words. I couldn't even fathom it in my mind when they even told me. So once again, with the help of PSI, with the help of the hemophilia of Georgia, with the help of everybody at these conferences, our parents, family, we would not have made it. I know that for a fact. Social workers, just everybody just pitched in and helped, and we made it through it. And we're continuing to just do the best that we can. But the one thing that I did pull out of it is that I know that I went through that for somebody else. And the more I come to these conferences, the more I learn, I know that I'm going to be able to help somebody else. And that's what gives me hope. That's what gives me the strength to just keep going on. Although we lost one of our dear cousins to this HIV, he still left a legacy. He still left things that we could ponder on and to remember him. And one thing he always said about hemophilia is that it doesn't define him, and he could do anything. He could do anything that we could do. Anything that anybody else could do, he could do it better. And I just admired him for that. Like I said, my other cousin, he's doing great. He has a family, and he's just living life to the fullest. And that's the way it should be. HIV is just something that he just happened to acquire, just like the hemophilia. It doesn't define him. It doesn't, it's not the first thing nobody's going to mention, but it's just a part of him now. And as time goes on, as technology gets better and better, we'll get past it, and we'll get, hopefully, a cure.